So I wanted to ask y'all about something. I know Andrew's not here, but fuck him. Do you realize, I didn't even know this until like in the last week, since the last time we chatted, I did not know this was a thing. But apparently on the 19th of September, so in about 3 weeks from now, on NBC, they are going to be starting a new series called Quantum Leap.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, come on.
Okay, now it is not a reboot. It is actually a sequel.
Oh.
30 years after the disappearance of Sam Beckett. They're like, we need to go in and find him.
Oh.
And there's a Asian American looking guy who seems to be the new protagonist. So he's one of the scientists.
Interesting.
They have Ernie Hudson on the show as one of the guys back in the future laboratory.
Oh. Is he going to be the new Ziggy?
No, they do have people fitting in those roles. He apparently is just going to be one of the people in the lab. They're going to have a little bit more people supporting him in the lab back home. But apparently, and I don't remember the episode, but there was an episode where there was a black guy who was a soldier named something magic something. And he's playing that guy 30 years later because he remained in the military and he got working with like the, DARPA and the science division. And he had experience with Sam Beckett. So he's actually going to be one of the characters as well.
Interesting. Chalk me up as cautiously optimistic. The fact that it's a sequel and not a reboot is actually kind of exciting. Because Sam never got out, man. He never made it home.
Any show that comes out on one of the network televisions is going to be very formulaic and stupid and shitty. So I fully expect that. But yeah, I will be cautiously optimistic just because it actually sounds kind of vaguely interesting.
Yeah, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll have to, I'll definitely watch the first few episodes and see what happens. A lot of it's going to depend on the writing and the characters and all that.
Plus, it's NBC, so it'll probably pop up on Hulu without having to hunt it up or anything. So it'll probably just show up in your radar.
Oh, hell yeah. I used to love that show, man. Do you, every time anyone around you ever just says, oh boy, do you just think, ooh, it's Beckett?
I just started doing that. I do the music. You actually suspect it might be Beckett who's like checking up on you. You like look around to see if you can like help him out or something.
Dr. Beckett? And if they just look at me blankly, which is always the case, then I just kind of wander off.
But isn't that what Dr. Beckett would do? He'd act like he didn't know.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he has been doing this for 30 years, so he's wise to the vibes.
Now, I haven't seen it in like for frickin' ever and ever and ever, and you seem to know just offhand the fact that he didn't get out. How did it end?
You know how I have a not-so-secret crush on Alison Pregler.
On Scott Bakula, yeah.
Well, not Bakula, no. On Alison Pregler. The very first thing I saw from her was a retrospective of the lost last episode where he got home, I think. And that's how I found her in the first place and started watching her other videos. There was footage that was shot but never aired, and she had somehow gotten a hold of it for the last episode. I forget the exact details, but it turned out very differently from the actual last episode they had.
Now, when they had their actual network aired last episode, did it seem like they were aware of that fact and thus had some kind of closing?
I don't believe they had an actual closing on the show.
So they might have just ended the season and then kind of left it hanging?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, cool.
So I think it went out into the ether, and then they had some sort of plans of making a final episode that never got aired.
See, they should have done the British thing and had a Christmas episode to really like wrap shit up. It looks like his Dean Stockwell character is actually going to be a female of some sort, and then they're going to have a bunch of people back at the lab.
Gender swap, wokeness alert. Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God, women can't be scientists. They try to do science and then they get their period and have to run off.
I know. I mean, they don't go into STEM. They don't go into science, tech, engineering, and math. So, plus they're making Scott Bakula an Asian American, a Chinese man, a Chinaman.
I have zero problem with that.
Oh, no, it's a completely different character. I'm kidding. It's a completely different character.
He's a completely different character, and it's a sequel series. Fine, do what you want. Have a new character. Just make him good.
There's no way you could bitch about that because, number one, Asians as protagonists in American television are horribly underrepresented, so good for him. Plus, he's playing a fucking scientist. Who's more likely to be a scientist? A white man? No. A black man? No. If he was Indian, you couldn't really bitch. But, an Asian man playing a scientist? Fuck yes. That makes so much sense.
This sounds like dangerously racist talk. Even if it's complimentary, you gotta watch it.
You know what? I'm going to air this shit anyway.
All races are equally good at science. It's a fact.
Nobody watches my videos, so it won't matter. I'll know that I have a building audience when I start getting more hate for the shit we say. I mean, every episode we're calling each other gay and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. We'll attract some blue hairs eventually who will have problems with us. That'll be how we know we've made it.
It'll also be how my viewer count like trebles or what have you.
Andrew's coming online finally.
Yeah, I think here. I'm sorry, I had a lot to do.
Time management. We're gonna talk for about 10 minutes on time management skills. You also missed that Quantum Leap's coming out in 3 weeks. They're doing a sequel, not a reboot.
Yeah, I know.
What's your thoughts on Quantum Leap? Do you have any opinions on that instead of just, yeah, I know?
Any quantum leapitude leaping out at you?
I have no thoughts. I heard they're gender switching it or something, so.
No, not at all. They're just making first of all, no matter what they did, it would not be a switch of any kind because this is not a reboot or a remake. It is a sequel occurring 30 years after Bakula disappeared, after Sam Beckett dropped off the radar.
Yeah, isn't he doing like a cameo or something?
I don't know. It'd be cool if they did.
Of course he is.
If he did, don't spoil it.
Really, there's no way around getting a cameo from Bakula.
That's true. He's not really doing that much right now anyway, so.
Well, I heard they weren't going to include him, and then when they first announced it, there was so much uproar, and it went over like a lead balloon that then I guess they got in talks with him or something, so he might show up, I guess.
That would be, especially if they did it in their pilot episode, it would be kind of like Connor McLeod showing up for Donkey Mac in Highlander, you know?
Here we are, born to be king.
Exactly, you have to.
He's got to give it the official seal of Bakula, the Bakula approval.
It's like the Hoff showed up in the spinoff of Knight Rider.
Oh, God. Oh,
God.
What a turd that was.
Oh, God, it's all coming back to me. They made that. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like his son took over or something.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, it was his son? Oh, my God. This is so bad.
The memories, I'd suppressed them up until this moment.
The world's a darker place now. Jesus.
Get back offline, Andrew. Jesus Christ. We were having fun till you showed up.
I do remember there being a thing called Knight Rider 2000. I don't think I ever saw it, although I'm thinking these would be good watch party ideas. I mean,
Knight Rider, God, yeah, it kind of would be.
And that'll do it for today's video, guys. Thanks for going on this journey with us. Let me know how you liked it in the comments section. And also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel as we bring you more thoughtful and intriguing content in the future.